for me, build your power.
Hi all. Today we are not going to be speaking about any other regular thing, but about some of the most important things in life. That is upskilling yourself and what impact it makes on you in the long term and how it can completely change you from a zero to a hero. So, I would like to start with the fact that I am an internationally published poet on domestic violence. I have got different national ranks in mathematics and French, and some state ranks in spelling and science as well. All this in my school days and my college days, and right now as well, I'm working on different things. And yeah, this is why it makes me credible. And I have also worked in a press before. I have experience typing in 4 languages. I do sing, that is, I have self-learned music to an extent. And yes, I do a lot of things like public speaking, giving speeches, and this is one of the main genre or niche of mine that I would say. And I'm also experienced in proofreading and editing due to self learning as well. So, here are a few things that I would like to share to you today that not everyone follows, but it would change their destiny if they did. So, the first thing that we'll be talking about is networking. Networking is magic. Networking is pure magic. It's the most fun and loving thing that I like to do. And when you love yourself, you network because it takes you to places that nothing else can take you to those places like networking. I have networked my way through to find sales advice from people in real life. I have spoken to people regarding sales, regarding business, regarding education, regarding to find opportunities and many more things that I would have never been able to do if it wasn't for the fact that I had networked my way through. All my life, I have been used to networking for myself. See, there was a point in my life where I was like, wait, I'm doing so much, but I'm getting nothing for it, and no one knows what I am doing. What's the point of all of this is if you know it's not about external validation here, by the way. It's more about putting yourself out there. So I was like, what's the point of me doing all of this? Is no if no one has a clue what I'm doing. So what I started doing, I did not start like randomly keeping it to myself or being hurt and sad. No, I did not whine. Yes, there were times I did, but not anymore. I stopped whining years ago, and you can as well by starting networking. Networking to the point where you might be the most introvert and socially, active, socially inactive person. You might be scared and you might be anxious to go out there, but then you can be the best at networking without having to waste too much of your time and energy on unnecessary things. And that is an amazing thing to have. And the second thing I think would be, getting into things, participating, it's fine. Do shit. Do terrible. Don't win. Just go there, get in, man. See your experience. See what the people around you are doing. Don't do it to compare yourself. Do it so that you can understand the depth of what people are doing. Not everyone is doing the things that they are supposed to do, or that if they did those things, they would have been in a much better position than they are right now. It is an amazing thing to go participate, be your best version for no joy at all. Just learn and apply. Don't learn and keep it sitting in a corner. No one gives a shit. Learn, apply it. Make sure that the people around you know that you are the best at what you're doing. That is what it should be. See, I am a content creator. I'm not an amazing one, but I don't care. I just care about what I'm doing. I am doing it, doesn't matter. I may not have great hooks. I may not have, the best materials to give, or whatever it is. I may not have the best things to record. I may not have the best phone, but what I have is this. I have my brain, and trust me, it works really well, and that is why I'm talking here right now. So I would tell you, yes, this is a little bit of an aggressive love right here, but yes, do it. Use your brain. It will be worth it. There's no point in trying to hold yourself back, the amazing person that you are. There's no point in trying to silence the creativity that comes out of yourself. There's no point in doing it. Go ahead, do it. It's not about posting or not about being online, offline. Just put yourself out there. Doesn't matter how. Put yourself out there in a way that opportunities come to you rather than you going to them. You put yourself out there, you tell that I am this, I have done this, and I deserve this. When you do that, there is nothing else that can stop you, because things will come walking to you instead of you going walking to them. Yes, I know it sounds like a whole load of crap, and everyone keeps thinking that every person says this, every person who's trying to motivate another person says this. Yes, it is very cliche. It is very cliche because it's something that works. And the thing is, the only thing that you can do in this case is focusing on how you can work on it yourself, and not waiting to be spoon fed on how it can fit into your life. This is the one thing you can do, and that will change everything. Third thing I would say is have fun. This is the best thing you can do. I never knew how to sing. I sang close to a crow, or okay, I am not trying to belittle the crow, but yeah, sure. So I used to be very bad at singing, and I was never comfortable in the tone I am at. I am a tenor. A tenor is someone who usually, it's the boys' parts, I would say. So I sing lower, right? So even when I used to sing at home, and not sing at home, I never got appreciated for it. Mostly I got like bullied for it, and they were like, yeah, your voice is like a man's voice, you have a very thick voice, and don't sing. They used to be even concerned to a point where they asked me not to sing because they would think that other kids would bully me. But yes, kids did bully me, and I didn't give a shit. And here I am today, able to sing very well and posting content on singing as well whenever I feel like it. So yes, have fun in the process. I did nothing else. I used to sing, I used to do my work. I was in the worst phase of my life. Yes, it was very bad. I was I got into depression, and I did not exactly know I did not know I have depression back then. But then it was all worth the struggle that I took. I used to sing in the kitchen, sing in the bathroom, sing in the garden, sing in the living room, sing in the bedroom, sing every freaking way. There was no place where I should not sing. I used to sing day and night, try to record myself, hear it. It was bad, bad. But then because of that, I can sing so well now. And the fact that I never gave up, that in itself makes me so proud. Because the same people who used to bully me when I reached my 11th and I sang for my first audition, they were the same people who clapped for me, most of them at least. Because they were surprised that I had such a big change or shift in what I thought. It was like around 1 years of practice maybe. And I am still scared to sing high pitch sometimes. And it's not that I am never scared, it's just that I don't let the fear stop me. So that is one thing I did. I kept going and going and going. And even now, recently, I sang in a few places in very high pitched. Bro, don't care about what people think. Life is too short to sit and, wonder that, she said this about me, he's saying that about me, they said this about me, they will say that about me, they'll laugh. My mother taught me this one thing. They'll laugh. What next? They'll show their teeth. Carry on. It doesn't matter. People will laugh anyways. That doesn't define you. Yeah, then have fun. So the point is, have fun. I learned French and had fun. I self-learned French to an extent, yes. And now I have received national ranks in it. And this did not come out of nowhere. It's been around 3 to 4 years, 3 years I think I have learned French. But yeah, I forgot, 3 to 5 years. But honestly, it doesn't matter. People will laugh at you anyways. I had no one to speak French around to, and even now sometimes I feel that my French is weak, which I will work on, and I'm working on at it. I'm working at it really well, to an extent how much I can. Yes, I have 100 things in my head, but for people like me, I don't know about in general how it works, but for people like me, I am not someone who can, go step by step for one thing and focus on it and then go to the next step. My brain is in 100 places, right? So my brain, when it is in 100 places, I make sure all those 100 places, at least to an extent, even if it is 0.001 percentage, I make sure somewhere that is getting fed. And it takes hard work, it takes smart work, it takes energy, it takes time. It's not something that will happen in 5 minutes. So work on it and have fun at the same time. See, it's not that academics are bad or boring. It's just that academics are being structured in such a rigid way that the fun is being removed out of it. I will tell you, I love my course, psychology, but the problem is I'm not able to study anything because everything has its own deadline. And when I feel pressurized, I cannot work with things. So sometimes it's about, gamifying or trying to have fun with what you're doing. So yes, I would say these three things are, very, very important for this thing. See, this will completely change the way you think, the way you act, the way you react to things. And yeah, my final line, that is the most impactful thing, would be don't give a shit on what people think. People will keep speaking anyways, and you might even talk about other people, and that's human nature, I guess. I don't know, at least I don't talk about people. So the first step you can take to stop all of this or reduce it would be, first stop thinking about other people and talking about what they are doing in their lives. Learn from them, but don't waste too much time on thinking and gossiping about them. There's no point in gossiping, because all it does is you care so much about giving them so much of your time and energy that everything that you're doing is getting more invested on them rather than you. Because see, we are here, we can upskill ourselves. Tomorrow when we work for a job, no one is going to ask us how much we have gossiped. The only thing we'll get asked is how much we have grown learning from others and from our own mistakes. So yes, keep going and focus on yourself. And focus for see, I'm not saying, but by focus on yourself, I'm not saying be a bad person. Be a loving person, be a kind person, be good to others, wave at people, talk to people, and wave at all the people who help you out in your day to day, like the cleaners and people who serve you food. Do all of that. I love doing that. Even the place I go to where I eat sometimes, they are so happy to see me, they recognize me, and every single time they make sure I get an extra papad. Because I love papad, they make sure I get an extra papad. It's not because I have done something for them. It's just because I gave them a smile and a conversation that made them feel special. That is how life works. Be kind, be amazing, be loving. But at the same time, don't waste your energy focusing on others, but then in turn turn it to yourself. I know a lot of people who overthink and are anxious. Like, I fully understand. I have been through that phase myself. It's just that anymore it doesn't interest me, because one thing, there's no point in trying to control something that is not in your hands. Like, it's like, it's so bad. Like, honestly, it's very bad. Yeah, there was this one thing, I would say you can take this approach. Yeah, this is something I came up with when I was explaining to a friend on how they can, love themselves while also parenting themselves, reparenting themselves in a good way. Reparenting basically means, letting go of the toxic things that you learned from your own family or parents or anyone around you that they taught you, and then, giving yourself the better version of it, the, more realistic and helpful version of things. So yeah, a mother does not give the child everything she wants. A mother or father, anyone that is. If the mother or father gave everything to the child, that would honestly be very bad parenting. Because sometimes the child needs to work for things. Sometimes they need to realize that this world does not work on their fingertips and they do not get everything. That would honestly be very bad parenting. So you can use this approach on yourself. Don't give yourself everything you want at the moment. Wait, sacrifice, keep these things in, keep these desires of yourself at a pause, and try to fulfill the version of yourself that will, try to fulfill the version of yourself that you want to see. Self actualization that you expect to see in yourself and not what others expect of you. Don't worry about what is important to others. Yes, keep them in mind because they are a part of your life. Not everyone, I mean your family, friends. Keep them in your mind, consider that. But do not keep their opinions above yours. Their opinions are something valuable to add to you, and not something that, is supposed to affect your thought process or your path that you hope for. Keep it going. Focus on your internal self and, reparent yourself in a way that you are literally, focusing on things that are meant for you, that will give you a better life or a better experience of life. See, life is good, but it's more about the experience. Make sure you can feel a better experience of life than you are at right now. Make life more beautiful for yourself than it is right now. A lot of us are focusing on surviving, existing. Bro, we are here to live, to feel, to experience, to love, to thrive. We are here to thrive. We are not to experience, we are not here to struggle or survive. Yes, struggles are a part of it, but that's not the only thing. Go ahead, do it anyways. It will be worth it. Have fun with what you're doing. Only when you have fun with what you're doing will what you're doing seem good enough. Because otherwise you'll never be satisfied with what you're doing and it will never give you happiness. See, I am a person who does not go for happiness as my main prospect. I go for peace. Peace is my main idea because see, not every time is it possible to be happy. But it is always, most of the time at least, according to in my life and in a lot of people's life that I have observed, it's very possible to be peaceful. Be peaceful, try your best, be calm. It's a skill that you learn. See, most people try to push it on themselves. It's not something that comes by itself. It's something that you learn. There are some things in life that you learn that no one else can teach you. And even if they teach you, unless you work on it yourself, you cannot experience it or do it in a perfect way till you have felt it. There is no perfection. You just keep going and going and going. And someday you reach a level where you are satisfied with it, and that is what it is. So yeah, do these things in your life and I can promise you that life will feel better. And yes, today here I am a survivor of domestic violence who has given so many speeches on these on this regarding this topic and many other topics regarding literature, poetry and upskilling yourself. So keep going, dude, don't stop yourself for anyone. And yeah, I will also, since I'm very proud of the book that I have written. I will link it in the description below. I hope you have a look at it. The online copy is really amazing, and you can understand how domestic violence feels and how it impacts the person. Yes, I came from a terrible background, and it was a very bad childhood that I had. But yes, I did not let it define me. Don't let anything define you but yourself. And what you define yourself is who you are. So if you define yourself that I am successful, I am great, I am on the pathway of greatness, you will be that. If you define yourself that I am dumb, there's nothing I do, I overthink, I'm anxious, that is what you will be. Be careful with what you define yourself with. I love you all. Make sure you're doing well, and you can connect with me. Also, I am considering giving a or making a course on related things to this. So please check my Instagram and my YouTube, and I will be updating things there. And if you are interested in taking a course from me on any topic that you think might be my strength, or you would like to know some of my strengths, and I'm interested to learn them from me, such as confidence, public speaking, being yourself, and many other things, let me know and I will consider it. I hope you have a great day, and I hope that this made an impact to you. Yes, this is an uncut video and I did not prepare anything for this. I just wore this shirt. I walked in here. I started recording myself. I had fun. I came up with points on spot and it was so fun. It was worth it. So please keep doing what you're doing. Love yourself. Do it for yourself and for the people who deserve it. That is not just your family and friends, but for the people who are having difficulties in their life, who are not in a position to access education, not to access food, water, clean water, and these many things. And be kind, be humble, stay grounded. uh, it's always good to remember your roots and remember where you came from. I came from nothing, but I will be my own, my everything is the aspect you should take. And I would recommend you to take that. Pray, it helps. God is there. He guides the way. Take care of yourself. I hope you feel blessed and have a great day. Share it, share this video to people. I want this impact to reach people, not just because that it's my video or anything, but I don't care about the likes I get. I don't care about anything. I just want this video to make an impact to people like it has never done before. And yes, not don't take criticisms too seriously. Criticisms are something you take, you learn from them, you consider. Don't take it too lightly either. Think what might be realistic in that. Think what you can change or improve, because sometimes criticisms are good. Constructive criticisms are very good. Unnecessary criticisms to belittle someone or bully someone aren't. So be mindful with what you speak to others as well, and be mindful on what you take to yourself. Try to be a good person, because life is already bad and pretty harsh on people and yourself. Try to be a kind person, it makes a difference. Yeah, and that's all I have to say. I hope you have a great day. About people, speaking, this is one thing I always say. कुछ तो लोग करेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. Thank you. I hope you have a great day, and I hope that my skills made a difference to you and what I have experienced. This is all from pure experience, and this is no one has taught me all of this. I have done this from the depth of my heart, and I'm just doing it. It's a beautiful thing to share knowledge. I hope you like the content that I provide. I hope you subscribe for future updates. And if there's anything, you can message me in the comments or DM me on my Instagram, that is at poets_thoughts. Yeah, and I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day. Bye bye. Take care.